What's up, guys? I'm Virginia Lowman. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we're in the studio with Alfonso Herrera from Fox's hit show, The Exorcist.
It's a
Thank you
pleasure
so
to be
much
here.
for
Thank
being
you.
here. Of course. So I want to ask you, obviously, a few questions about the show. What was it like preparing for your role of Thomas Ortega?
Uh, well, specifically, it's a big responsibility, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's a great opportunity to show and to be part of a show that, in a certain way, is connected to this holy grail of horror. But
Yeah, it's sort of the mecca of horror,
it
right?
is,
I mean,
it is.
The Exorcist was probably one of the first horror films I ever saw. So
How did you react? I watched it
I was
when
terrified.
I watched it when I was 10
Absolutely
years
terrified.
old.
Yeah.
With my little brother, he
Oh
was
my
8
God.
years old, so it was a very peculiar experience.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that in terms of exorcisms, I tried to investigate a little bit with people from the Catholic Church.
Okay.
But they were a little bit hermetic with the information they wanted to provide.
Right.
Or basically, they didn't provide
Yeah, I
any
was
of
going to
it.
say, I'm surprised they said
They
anything
didn't provide
to you.
any
They're like, we don't
information.
talk about these things.
But thanks to the great team that we had, Rupert Wyatt, who was the director of the pilot, Jeremy Slater, who is the creator and writer, Rolling Jones, who is also one of the producers, but he was also very involved in the writing process. We managed to build something very grounded with
Yeah.
three-dimensional characters. And as you said, if we understood very well our characters, then the stimuli would come naturally.
Yeah,
But
for
we had a
sure.
blast in doing that show.
Awesome. So, I mean, obviously you said that you watched the original Exorcist with your little brother.
I did.
Do you guys have conversations about, like, I can't believe that I'm actually playing this role now? Like, that's kind of surreal.
I was born in Mexico City,
Okay.
but then I moved to Guadalajara where my mother lives.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this thing in Mexican TV that you could see like different, like trilogies
Yeah.
on Saturdays.
Okay.
So they did The Exorcist 3, 2, and 1. They saved the last,
Oh my
the best one at the very end.
Yeah.
And we watched the last one.
Okay.
When I was 10. and he
Just
was
the
8.
last one, or you sat there and watched
No,
all
we
three
watched.
in one sitting?
No, we watched just
Okay.
the
That's a terrifying
the
day.
first movie, and we were terrified. It was a very peculiar experience.
Yeah.
We couldn't sleep for 2 weeks, but because it's very well done,
Yeah.
and especially it has to do with a lot of psychological horror.
Right. I mean, I think that's the scary thing about the movie, right? You half of the time, it's not like you're fighting vampires or
That's right.
ghouls. Like, you're literally fighting, like, demons, but then also some, like, your character battles inner demons as well.
That's right,
So-
and we are trying to explore not just the macrocosmos, which is trying to fight these entities
Right.
and these negative energies that are around.
Right.
We're trying also to portray these inner demons that each and every single human being has, which are fears, doubts.
Right.
And those fears and doubts are little gates or little windows that provide these bigger entities
Right.
to get in. And also, I mean, we're trying to portray the battle between light and darkness. This is
sure.
a battle that has existed since the
The
beginning of times.
Yeah.
And in a certain way, this story is not the exception. With the biggest and with a great challenge, which is a connection to this holy grail of
Yeah, of
horror.
horror. Did you do anything to sort of like get into the mode or mentality of being Alex Ortega when you got to set? And when you got there, were you, or I'm sorry, not Alex Ortega,
No, no,
Thomas
no, it's
Ortega.
fine. Yeah, yeah.
Were you Thomas Ortega the entire day? Or, you know, when the film stopped rolling, did you sort of like get back into your own, like, I'm back to being Alfonso right now? Or did you like stick to your role all day?
No. I think it's good to just
Separate the character.
separate things, and I'll tell you why. When we were about to shoot, I thought, okay, we're gonna shoot The Exorcist. We're gonna explain, and we're gonna enter into this dark and dense
Right.
world. And I thought that the atmosphere on set probably it was going to be like that, but actually it was totally the opposite.
Okay,
It was
interesting.
amazing. We had a blast shooting in Chicago.
So there was like laughing on set,
Yes.
not like crying.
Between takes,
Okay.
obviously, between takes.
Right.
But it was a great experience, and also having the possibility to share a set with Ben Daniels,
Yeah.
which is an amazing actor, with Gina Davis, which is a
Yeah,
huge
you guys have an
actress
amazing
and movie
cast.
icon, not just in the States, but everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing opportunity.
Awesome. a little bit more just about you. I mean, obviously your career has sort of like spanned everything. When it comes to entertainment, you are the entire package. So what are you planning on doing next? Like, do you want to like venture into directing, maybe some screenwriting? Like, what are your other passions outside of acting or moving forward?
Well, I don't know how to say it. There's a sentence in Latin America that for you to run properly, you need to crawl first.
Right.
Appropriate in a good way.
Right.
So
You have to crawl before you walk,
that's
I think
right.
is the equivalent.
And you have to crawl in a very good way, so next you can walk better. So I think that I am very, very fortunate with the projects that I have right now. It doesn't matter where it goes. I just finished a movie in Spain, and it was a great story. And also, there's another season, another show that is going to be aired, which I am in. It's called Sense8, and the platform is Netflix.
Okay.
So
Oh,
I'm
that's
happy.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm
That's
happy
exciting.
with the projects that I have right now,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's
You're
it.
good with it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not like rushing anything.
Yeah, the project will come.
How do you sort of like find the time to balance all of this? I mean, between remembering your lines as Thomas to like filming all of these new projects, how are you sort of just finding a balance in your own life?
I have no idea.
Oh gosh.
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I just do it. I just do it, and I love my work, and I feel very fortunate again to find interesting characters, interesting stories, scripts that, no matter the nationality of it, are great. And sometimes the story itself is the one that surprises you.
Okay, talk to me about finding the great scripts. I mean, I imagine that your publicist probably like sends you projects all the time. Like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? But obviously, you don't take all of that.
You know, once I heard something that is in overall, like there are three things that exist when you're going to choose a project.
Okay.
It's script, director, and cast.
Okay.
You can live with two of them.
But you can't have all three.
If there's a project where it has the three of them, you should take
that right away
immediately.
Okay, got it.
You can live with two, and if it has just one, probably you should consider it.
Okay.
But that's like a interesting resume.
Sort of
Is that
maybe
is
like
that well said?
a motto to go with.
Sometimes I get lost in translation because
No, it's okay.
of the language.
Yeah.
But it's very helpful and also very important not to judge the project. You just have to be open to any story, to any character, and not to judge your character.
To be an artist.
You have to embrace your character, and you have to defend it, even though sometimes you do not accept or you do not agree with what he's doing inside the story.
Do you have a dream role?
I have a dream role. No, I just let stories and characters surprise me. Yeah, but the biggest thing and the most important thing is characters and stories to challenge you.
Got it.
You cannot sit on a comfortable zone. If that happens, you have to keep moving.
Okay. Last question. Obviously, here at the News, we're in New York, so I have to ask you something about New York. Is there one thing in particular that you think just makes New York like this magical place for you?
Oh, traffic jams.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah, they're so magical. They were magical. It's a magic.
That is hilarious.
Because really, drivers, they do magic.
They do.
The
taxi drivers in particular, I will say that, yes.
That's magic. That's like alchemia. Pure
true.
alchemia.
Yeah.
So, but New York, it's an amazing city. I really enjoy being here.
Yeah.
And it, in a certain way, portrays also what the U.S. is. Like
very diverse.
Very diverse. And I think that is a huge strength.
For sure.
And that is something that I admire from the city.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was great talking to you.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for tuning in.